Hello, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time visiting, I hope you enjoy. So you have heard me talk about the Curly Girl method or make mention of it in other videos. I was hesitant to come on to address like what the Curly Girl method is, just because I don't follow it to a T. So not to overwhelm you, because you don't need to be taking notes on this, but here are the ingredients that you're going to avoid in your hair products if you're following the Curly Girl method. Now, these are general terms, so silicone actually has lots and lots and lots of different types of silicones, and you do not need to remember what they all are. That is a mistake I made early in my Curly Girl journey, where I really thought that this was just information I needed to know and be able to pull off of the cuff. You don't. There are websites like isitcg.com where you can copy and paste ingredients to tell you if something is approved or not. So don't feel like you need to get into the chemistry of hair products. Now, aside from ingredients that you're going to avoid, there are also some common things that a lot of you have done your entire life that when following the Curly Girl method, you're discouraged from doing. Those things are here. Now, some of these things I follow to a T, and some of these I have made my own. Now, if you're already saying, how is this girl telling me about the Curly Girl method and then telling me the stuff that she doesn't do? This is how. I think of it like making a recipe for the first time. You follow the details, or at least in theory, you follow the details of the recipe. Once you have made it a few times, or even once or twice, you will find things about it that you would like to tweak to fit your own palette better. That was my approach to the Curly Girl method. I followed all of these rules and guidelines for 6 months. I was pretty darn strict with how I did things. After about 6 months, I got a better idea for my hair and what was working and what wasn't working, and started to tweak things to fit my needs. A lot of emphasis goes into what wave or curl pattern a person has. I attribute this to the excitement level of just starting something new and embracing something new. You kind of want to have an identifier. For example, my hair is a 2B wave. So there are classifications. One is straight. Very few people have straight hair. The next category is 2, which is wavy. So people fall into a 2A, which is a very slight wave. 2B, which is a little bit more of a structured ribbon-esque wave. 2C, to where it's almost got some curls in it, super, super wavy. And then when you go into 3s, I'm gonna be showing pictures here too. When you go into 3s, you've got the looser curl where you could fit like a crayon, fit it like a piece of sidewalk chalk in, and then they get tighter and tighter. And then there's type 4, and that goes all the way to hair that is so curly that it actually forms more like a Z. So you can see that there are lots of different patterns that you can have in it. Super exciting to find where you fit. To be honest, everyone fits in multiple different sections of this, unless you're one of the rare people that has jet straight hair. So for example, if I have product-free hair that I have slept within a bun, my hair is more of a 2A. If I have a light product in that does not have much hold, my hair is a 2B. If I use stronger hold products or make sure that my products have protein in them, I tend to have more of a 2C. Now, if organic products are super important to you, this is a favorite of mine. InnerSense Organic Beauty creates just an absolute lovely line. This is more expensive. This is more of like a higher end. It lasts a very long time. This product is very concentrated, so you can add a lot of water in when you're using it. So this lasts a very long time. I've had this for probably 8 months now, and it's still halfway full. Granted, I use a lot of different products, so I'm not a good gauge for that. Now, another line that I absolutely love, this is not as high end, super affordable, and you can go to their website and get samples. So Jessie Curl, this is a protein-free line as well. So if your hair is sensitive to protein, this is an amazing brand for you to try. I absolutely love Jessie Curl, love them. Now, you don't have to go order off of the internet or go to a hair salon to find Curly Girl approved products. Not Your Mother's Naturals is found at most grocery stores, Targets, Walmarts. These are two of my favorites. As a wavy hair person, these are kind of perfect for me. And my youngest daughter, who has more of a 2A, very, very gentle, subtle wave to her hair, does very well with these as well. Now, like I said, I don't follow all the rules. This is Weedhead Waterworks. This is for if you have hard water, it removes the minerals that get deposited in your hair from hard water. There are other ones that are Curly Girl approved, but I personally just really like this one and can't see a place where I would be giving it up. This I only have to do about once a month. And these other ones for wavier hair have enough of a cleaning agent to remove buildup. If you have super curly to coilier hair, why is coilier so hard to say? More coiled hair, that's when you'll get into more of like a co-washing. And some wavies do very well with co-washing, I do not. Now on to conditioning. The main things you're gonna be looking out for in conditioners: silicones. We don't want silicones in our hair because they do tend to make the hair look amazing. They give it a very bonded look, so you don't have as much frizz and things like that. But what silicone does is it binds the hair so much that moisture can't get in. It also stunts the growth of your hair. Curly Girl method approved conditioners. I would say my favorite is the AG Naturals. This one's called Boost. The shampoo for it is called Balance, and I also love that one. This is a little bit more expensive. I do get it at Ulta, and Ulta does run sales on it. Now, because not everything has to be expensive. Again, Not Your Mother's, the same ones that match with the shampoos. I love these. They're found at Target. Super, super easy. If you are growing your silvers out the way I am, which is cold turkey, no more dye, you are getting this like brassy color, or sometimes if you're a blonde, a yellow color. That's when blue and purple things come in. This brand is Curly Girl method approved. This is blue, so it tones down orange in hair. I do have a video on that. I'll link it below. If you have blonde hair and you've got some yellowing happening, whether it's in your gray or in your previously dyed hair, you can use yellow to tone those out. This is DP Hue. This is Curly Girl method approved. The change is subtle, but at the risk of it not being drying, because most products like this are pretty harsh. Another thing that you'll do following the Curly Girl method, which I did not do before, is using a leave-in conditioner. And again, we've got everything from super high-end. In our sense, this is an amazing leave-in. There are also plenty of drugstore options. You do not have to break the bank to follow the Curly Girl method. This is a little bit, these are both a little bit pricey for drugstore comparisons. I wanna say this is about $13 for each of these. This has been a longtime favorite of mine, Shea Moisture. Some wavies find that Shea Moisture is too heavy for them. This product, I think, works amazing. Alakay Lemongrass Leave-In, the smell of this is divine. This is one that works very well for me as well. There are lots of options as far as brands go, lots of options as far as price points go. So don't feel like the Curly Girl method isn't for you because you don't want to buy all of these fancy things. You don't need all of these things. Styling your hair with the Curly Girl method, you're going to be using soaking wet hair for your product. So a lot of times you could style your hair in the shower. Your styling technique can vary, but to be honest, you're not going to be spending more than 2 minutes styling your hair. Now, what you use to style your hair is a whole different story, because again, we're using products that are avoiding these ingredients. And we've already found that there can be some very high-end and some drugstore options as far as what you're going to use. I have a lot of products. Please don't think that you need to own this many products. I am not sponsored or attached to any hair care brand, but I do have brands that have sent me things. I have worked with Shea Moisture, I've worked with Alakay Naturals. Jessie Curl, one of my favorites, has gifted me these products. So don't feel like you have to go out and buy all of these things. You absolutely do not. Buy from places that have a return policy. Try something, see if you like it. If you don't, return it and try something else. you certainly don't need to go break the bank and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on all of the wavy and curly hair products. So you've got your foams and mousses. These work really well for wavy hair. You've got everything from your more luxury brand. This is probably one of my favorite products. I love the Inner Sense. This one is called I Create Lift. All the way down to drugstore Pantene. Believe it or not, this mousse meets all the criteria for the curly girl method, and this is an amazing mousse. Then you've also got creams, and again, you've got everything from things you buy at Ulta. This is from AG Hair. This is a Recoil, and this is from Cake. This you could find at Walgreens. This is a great. Another thing a lot of wavy and curly hair girls do is use gel. Gel, if it makes you flash back to the 80s and think of like crunchy ramen noodle hair, that's when you see me in my videos doing this to my hair. That's to scrunch out the crunch. You're literally gonna break that cast up so that your hair is soft. Two of my favorites, Jessie Curl Spiralicious. This is protein free. Protein needs is a whole different topic, but if you color your hair, if your hair is damaged, a lot of times it does really well with protein. And some hair can be protein sensitive to where you're looking for products without protein. The only way you're gonna know is to try. My hair can handle protein and it can also go protein free. So it's not a one or the other, it can be somewhere in between. But Jessie Curl Spiralicious, this is a protein-free gel. I absolutely love it. This gives me the most curl to my wavy hair that I think any product does. Like, this is it if I want it to be curlier. Bounce Curl, these do have protein in it. I absolutely love Bounce Curl products. This is a light gel, so it doesn't leave as stiff of a cast, but it still gives you great hold. I absolutely love this. Then you've got some styling categories that are a little more rare. Inner Sense makes a sea salt spray, which is amazing for wavy hair. It'd be great on second day hair. It's also great for styling, especially if you have a looser wave or it's summertime. Not that many people are doing amazing things because of COVID-19, but in the summertime, I do tend to spray this on my wet or even damp hair and just let it air dry. Another category that I found that I had not really heard of before following the Curly Girl method is custards. This is Mop Top Curl Custard. This is amazing. It smells like, to me, it smells like Skittles and 7-Up. I don't know. It smells absolutely amazing. This is a little bit heavier than a curl cream in my opinion, and a little bit lighter than a gel. This is a nice single styler. I can put this in my hair and be done, and that's the only product that I'll use. So you have lots of different categories. There's a lot to experiment with. I know it can be overwhelming, trust me. Again, thank you for hanging out with me during this video. I hope I cleared up some of what the Curly Girl method is and didn't leave you with even more questions. But then again, I also hope that I've piqued your curiosity and you've decided to go do a little bit of research on your own as to what the Curly Girl method is and if it could be a good fit for you. Again, it does not have to be complicated and it does not have to be expensive. You don't need all the stuff. If you enjoyed the video, please hit subscribe, hit the bell so you get notifications when I create new content. Give this video a like, it does help my channel. Give me a comment down below. Is the Curly Girl method something that you are doing? Is it something you've even heard of? Is it something that you're curious about? Oh, hey, I almost forgot. Follow me in other places. I do funny things over on TikTok. I post lots of hair stuff on Instagram. I do have a Facebook page. Is that all of social media? Your routine. The curlier to coilier, your coilier? When you have curlier to coilier, more coiled hair. Again, my name is Carrie-Jessica.